Welcome to Project Toons, where today we're taking a look back at 5 times Marge Simpson was arrested. Marge Simpson isn't the type of character you expect to be having problems with the law, but over the Simpsons' 30 or so year reign, she's been arrested more than once. This is a recap of 5 of my favourite episodes where Marge Simpson is arrested. First up is Season 17, Episode 11, We're on the Road to Nowhere. In this episode, Bart is once again up to no good when he steals a key to the steam tunnels under Springfield Elementary. When messing with the valves, Bart sets off a catastrophic chain reaction in the school above. Homer initially finds the situation funny, but he's not amused when Bart is sent to Upward Bound.
The toughest behavioral modification camp in Northwest Oregon?
Homer is furious that he has to drive Bart across the country, instead of spending time with his friends. While the boys are away, Marge and Lisa decide to have a yard sale.
Dexanum, Somnodose, Percolax. Are these for sale?
Marge explains that it's just the Simpson family's expired medication, and is shocked to find out how popular they are.
How much?
$1?
Per pill, right?
Yeah.
I'll take a dozen of each. Oh, wow! Drugs in a bottle.
Selling prescription pills is obviously illegal, so eventually the Springfield Police Department come knocking.
Oh, I'm out of drugs. See how much money I made?
With that confession and all the evidence in hand you could possibly want to make an arrest, Police Chief Wiggum does exactly that, and Marge is promptly arrested. Next up in Season 27, Episode 22, Orange is the New Yellow, Bart is trying his best to be helpful by offering to clean up so Marge can concentrate on Lisa. However, Bart causes more mess than he cleans and Marge loses her temper.
There's wood underneath this linoleum.
Oh, just go play outside.
Bart heads to the local park, where he bumps into Martin Prince and his mother.
I'll just go sit and talk to his mother. Where is she?
I'm here by myself.
Martin's mother is not impressed, and she quickly calls the police department, who turn up surprisingly fast.
Simpson, are you here unsupervised?
Yeah, and so what?
They rush to the Simpson residence, taking out Flanders on the way, hoping to find who sent Bart out unattended.
Your children need to be supervised. Take her away, Marge. If you take me away, then who's gonna watch my kids? You should have thought of that before we showed up unannounced.
In Season 15, Episode 15, Codependence Day, the Simpsons visit wine country.
Your father and I will be across the street at the Lush Valley Winery.
As you might expect from Homer, he drinks way too much, but for once, Marge is just as hammered.
Mom's not gonna like this.
Don't tell Mama what Mama don't like.
One thing I'll say is Homer and Marge seem very happy together when inebriated, and spend a lot of time laughing. The couple get into the habit of always having a drink whatever the activity, even Oktoberfest, and when Marge is too drunk to drive, Homer carries her to the car and places her in the passenger seat.
Sleep tight, my drunken angel.
As Homer is just as drunk as Marge, he is in no state to drive, and unsurprisingly, he crashes. When a police car turns up to investigate the accident, Homer unbuckles Marge's belt and places her in the driver's seat.
Oh my God! This DUI is a she-UI. Oh no! I'm gonna be incarcerated. I'm going to jail.
And that's exactly what happens, because shortly after, Marge is charged with drink driving. Possibly one of the most despicable things Homer has ever done. In Season 11, Episode 21, It's a Mad, 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 Mad Marge, the Simpson family are hosting Otto's wedding. The ceremony is going smoothly until Becky, Otto's bride-to-be, discovers that Otto hired a rock and roll band to perform during her walk down the aisle.
You got poison to play at our wedding?
After being jilted at the altar, the Simpson family asks Becky to stay with them, and everybody really seems to like her, especially her cooking.
Mom, this gravy tastes better than God's sweat.
Thanks to our own Spice Girl, Becky.
And Lisa really likes what Marge did with the green beans.
Actually, that was Becky too.
And when Homer reacts to Becky's mashed potatoes like this,
Becky, your potatoes are the best I've ever had.
Marge is not happy. As the episode progresses, Marge's jealousy of her new house guest leads to her attacking Becky in an ice cream parlour. Unfortunately for Marge, Chief Wiggum, Eddie and Lou are purchasing ice cream.
Drop the cone, sugar.
Whoopsie.
Marge is arrested on the spot. By this point she's probably on a first-name basis with everybody at the station. As Marge is escorted off the premises, she has one last thing to say to Becky.
This isn't over, Becky. I know where you live. My house.
Last on our list from Season 6 Episode 23, The Springfield Connection, in a twist from the Marge Gets Arrested theme, we have an episode where Marge does the arresting.
We're putting this dirtbag away.
Huh. I'll be back on the street in 24 hours.
We'll try to make it 12.
After stopping Snake from scamming Homer with a 3-card Monty table, Marge decides she wants some more excitement in her life, and while passing the police station, she wanders in to inquire.
You think you're pretty hot, huh? Well, we got everything we need on you.
The Springfield Police Department aren't the most efficient, but Marge decides she wants to satisfy her thirst for excitement by applying for the police force.
I'm interested in becoming a police officer.
Welcome aboard.
But becoming a police officer doesn't happen overnight. It takes one solid weekend of training to get that badge. I love the police academy part of the episode, especially this guy.
When do we get the freaking guns?
Hey, I told you, you don't get your gun until you tell me your name.
I've had it up to here with you, rebels!
Marge is initially happy with her new role as a dependable member of the Springfield Police Department, but soon finds out that there is so much corruption and crime in Springfield that she quickly loses her love of the job. Not long after, Marge catches her husband Homer parked across 3 handicapped spaces and reminds him that she's a police officer. When Homer refuses to comply and steals Marge's hat, which is apparently an arrestable offence, Marge does exactly that.
You have the right to remain silent.
I choose to waive that right.
No!
Marge and Homer sort out their differences, and eventually Marge is so fed up with the corruption she quits her job.
That's it. There's too much corruption on this force. I quit.
Oh. Sorry to lose you, Simpson.
I hope you enjoyed my recap of 5 times Marge Simpson was arrested. Thanks for choosing Project Toons, and please like and subscribe for more content. Welcome to Project Toons. In this video we'll take a look back at 5 times Bart Simpson was arrested. Bart Simpson is his and my generation's Dennis the Menace and has therefore found himself in trouble many times, both at school and at home. But Bart's pranks and schemes sometimes stray into actual crimes, and this is a recap of 5 times he was officially arrested by Police Chief Wiggum and the incompetent Springfield Police Department. First up is Season 6 Episode 4, Itchy and Scratchy Land, where the Simpson family visit, you guessed it, Itchy and Scratchy Land, after Bart and Lisa convince Homer and Marge that they'll have the best vacation ever. The family are having a great time, especially Bart and Lisa, but it doesn't take long before Alberto is up to no good, targeting the staff at the theme park, specifically the ones dressed up in Itchy and Scratchy costumes. Bart believes there's no consequences to his actions, but eventually the Itchy and Scratchy security team catch up with Bart.
Can you believe I keep getting away with this?
Bart is arrested and taken to a holding cell where he's surprised to see that his father Homer has also been arrested. I wonder how Marge will react.
I want all 5 t-shirts to say best vacation ever.
Attention, Marge Simpson. Your son has been arrested. Attention, Marge Simpson. We've also arrested your older, balder, fatter son.
Next on our list is Season 13, Episode 2, The Parent Rap. This episode begins with Bart and Milhouse stealing Chief Wiggum's police car and taking it for a joyride. It isn't the first time that Bart's driven a car underage. He rented one with a fake ID, and he also stole a tank when he was off his mind on focusing.
You 2 are under arrest for joyride. You have the right to remain, silent? That doesn't sound right.
In Season 15, Episode 16, The Wandering Juvie, Bart is in the middle of a genius prank.
This prank is my Sergeant Pepper's.
In the prank, Bart registers for gifts at a department store and then holds a fraudulent wedding to obtain them.
So, you thought you'd pull a fake wedding, eh? You're under arrest.
Not only does he break the law, but he tries to bribe his way out of it with gifts. But unfortunately, Wiggum only takes one type of bribe.
Cash bribes only.
In Season 9, Episode 6, Bart Star, Homer becomes coach of a Pee-wee football team and makes Bart quarterback, much to the displeasure of the rest of the team and even Bart himself. During a big game, Chief Wiggum turns up with a warrant for Nelson Muntz's arrest, the team's star player.
All right, I've got an arrest warrant here for Nelson Muntz.
Luckily for Homer and the rest of the team, Bart offers to fill in for Nelson, but not on the field of play. Finally, we come to Season 3, Episode 4, Bart the Murderer. When Bart stumbles into a mafia-owned club, the owner of the bar, mobster Fat Tony, hires Bart as a bartender. When Principal Skinner goes missing after giving Bart detention, the whole town suspects Bart and his mobster associates of having something to do with it, and Bart is actually charged with murder. That's twice that Bart has been falsely arrested. He might have grounds for harassment or something.
You're all under arrest for the murder of Seymour Skinner.
What's the matter?
Don't play dumb with me. Coffin boys.
I hope you enjoyed my recap of 5 times Bart Simpson was arrested. Thanks for watching Project Toons, and if you could, please like and subscribe. This is a new channel, so all and any subscriptions are massively helpful and hugely appreciated. Have a good one. Welcome to Project Toons. So we did 5 times Bart Simpson was arrested. We did 5 times Marge Simpson was arrested, so I think it's about time we did the big dog himself with Homer Simpson. So let's get into the video with 5 times Homer Simpson was arrested in The Simpsons. In Season 2, Episode 11, when Lisa expresses her boredom at eating the same meals over and over, Marge suggests that the Simpson family try the new sushi restaurant in town. Despite his initial skepticism, Homer ends up loving the food and makes his way through most of the menu, before ordering fugu, a potentially deadly venomous pufferfish if prepared incorrectly. When the master chef is occupied by Bart's teacher Edna Krabappel, his apprentice prepares the fish, something he's not trained to do. When Homer is told the situation and the possible danger, he visits Dr. Hibbert, who informs him that if he has ingested the venom of the pufferfish, he likely has less than 24 hours to live. Homer decides there are some things he'd like to do with his remaining time, and when reconciling with his father Abe takes much longer than Homer planned, he steps on the gas to make up time and gets caught speeding. Due to some provocative language toward the police officers Eddie and Lou,
I pay my taxes and they pay your salary. So when I say give me a ticket, just give me a ticket.
Homer is quickly arrested.
Maybe we don't want to give you a ticket. Maybe we want to haul your butt in, wise guy. Hey, look what else your tax dollars pay for, huh?
By the way, if you're concerned, Homer doesn't die in Season 2. In Season 6, Episode 4, the Simpson family visit Itchy and Scratchy Land, the amusement park of the future where nothing can possibly go wrong. The family is having a great time, especially Bart and Lisa, but it doesn't take long before Alberto is up to no good, targeting the members of staff dressed in Itchy and Scratchy costumes. When Bart is arrested by the park security, he's taken to a detention area, and is surprised to find his father Homer has also been arrested. But what could Homer Simpson have possibly done to get arrested at a theme park?
I kicked one of those stupid itchy characters in the butt.
Yeah, there's just no way to resist it, is there?
Marge is having a great time on the family vacation, but something tells me that both her husband and son being arrested might dampen her mood.
Attention, Marge Simpson. Your son has been arrested. Attention, Marge Simpson. We've also arrested your older, balder, fatter son.
In Season 7, Episode 1, while Mr. Burns recovers from his gunshot wound, the Springfield Police Department start a manhunt for his assailant. The problem they have is practically everyone in Springfield is a suspect, as Mr. Burns had angered many residents with his hijacking of the elementary school's oil supply. Even Homer's a suspect due to his annoyance that Mr. Burns never remembers his name. The police department start eliminating suspects, and eventually they find an eyelash on Mr. Burns' suit that points to Simpson DNA. When Mr. Burns wakes in the hospital and names Homer, the police raid the Simpson residence with a warrant for Homer's arrest.
We got Simpson DNA on Burns' clothing, and your father was identified by the old man himself.
DNA, positive ID, those won't hold up in any court. Run, Dad!
And when they find the weapon that was used to shoot Mr. Burns with Homer's fingerprints all over it, Homer is charged with attempted murder.
Homer Simpson, you're under arrest for attempted murder.
No!
Yeah, that's what they all say. They all say dough.
In Season 4, Episode 16, Homer sneaks away early from work at the power plant to accompany Barney Gumble on a tour of the Duff Brewery. Homer and Barney, being massive fans of Duff beer, enjoy more than their fair share of alcohol, including gummy bears and all sorts of Duff-related products. When the pair leave the brewery, they're being closely watched by Police Chief Wiggum and a unit on the lookout for drink drivers. Homer is pulled over and administered a sobriety test.
Won't you come and play with me?
Flawless. We also would have accepted, tell me what you think of me.
I guess you're free to...
Give him the breathalyzer!
Huh?
You're under arrest.
So Homer is arrested and charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, and in the rest of the episode he fulfills a promise to his wife Marge that he'll stay sober for 30 days. In Season 8 Episode 18, Springfield enforces prohibition after the town's annual St. Patrick's Day celebration gets out of hand, which leads to Bart Simpson getting totally hammered. Just for the record, this is a fantastic episode, definitely in my top 10 favourite Simpsons episodes of all time. With alcohol now illegal, in order to keep the flow of liquor in Springfield going, Homer defies the law and floods the town with illegal booze as his alter ego, the Beer Baron. The Springfield Police Department, being as incompetent as ever, are powerless to stop Homer, so Police Chief Wiggum is fired and the town hire Rex Banner to clean things up. He cracks down but doesn't catch Homer, who does eventually get arrested, but only because he handed himself in to a disgraced Chief Wiggum to make him look good and get him his job back. Marge thinks it was a very nice thing that Homer did for poor Wiggum, but she wants to know what's going to happen to Homer.
Oh, probably just a slap on the wrist. And he who shall violate this law shall be punished by catapult. Last time I hope you.
Sorry, I thought you'd get a fine, or at most 3-4 years in jail.
That was my recap of 5 times Homer Simpson was arrested in The Simpsons. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you happen to be travelling to Springfield anytime soon, just remember,
Springfield cops are on the take. But what do you expect for the money we make? Bad cops, bad cops.
Thanks for choosing Project Toons, and please like and subscribe for more content. In this video we're going to take a look back at 4 times Lisa Simpson was arrested in The Simpsons.
Lisa Simpson, you're under arrest for the teaching of non-biblical science.
In Season 9 Episode 8, Lisa the Skeptic. When the Simpson family are passing a construction site for a new Springfield mall, Lisa is eager to complain and the mall allow her to perform an archaeological dig to make sure there are no important specimens present on the site. They agree, and all Lisa needs now is some volunteers for her archaeological dig, and Lisa calls in a favour from Principal Skinner.
Attention! All honor students will be rewarded with a trip to an archaeological dig.
Yay!
Conversely, all detention students will be punished with a trip to an archaeological dig.
Oh, no, not tomorrow.
During the dig, Lisa discovers a skeleton, but this is no ordinary skeleton because this one has wings. The town believe it's an angel, but Lisa tells them that that's not possible according to science. When the angel goes missing, Lisa is accused of stealing it and gets arrested with no evidence.
Looks to me like Lisa Simpson found something science couldn't explain, so she had to destroy it.
Well, that's all the evidence I need. Arrest the girl.
What? Hey, give her a nice something in Seabach.
In Season 34 Episode 8, Stepbrother from Another Planet, Grandpa Simpson is moving out of the retirement home and into his girlfriend's house. When the Simpsons are packing up Grandpa's possessions, Bart and Lisa discover that Grandpa's rent is still covered, so they decide to throw a party. When Lisa's party gets out of control, she decides to call the police to have it shut down.
My name? It's Lisa Simpson. Party narc.
Police Chief Wiggum turns up and puts an end to the party. Lisa is depressed because she believes her friends will hate her for being a narc.
Well, the party's shut down. Kids are packing up their stuff.
Great. I'm sure they all hate me.
Yeah, probably.
When Lisa is sat in the police car, her friends believe she's being arrested, which by the laws of primary school makes her a living legend.
They've arrested Lisa! She's paying the ultimate price for throwing the ultimate party. You're our hero, Lisa! If you drive me home with the siren on, we've got a freezer full of Snickers.
In Season 17, Episode 21, The Monkey Suit, when Ned Flanders visits the Springfield Museum, he's horrified to discover that mankind evolved from apes and therefore the theory of creation is a myth. Ned meets up with the local church and they persuade Principal Skinner to start teaching creationism in the school's curriculum. Lisa is angered by this, and at a town meeting she demands the town make a choice, as only one theory can be true. The town choose creationism, and the teaching and learning of evolution is made illegal in Springfield. Lisa decides to hold secret classes and teaches kids at Springfield Elementary evolution.
Lisa Simpson, you're under arrest for the teaching of non-biblical science.
There are so many worse crimes. Why are you persecuting me?
Wiggum explains that the Springfield Police Department only has the manpower to enforce the last law passed.
You know, it's not the best system, but, well, in fact, it's pretty much the worst.
You live, you die.
In the old days, you would have been all over that.
In Season 35, Episode 5, the second segment of Treehouse of Horrors 34 is an alternate ending to the classic Simpsons episode Cape Fear. In this reality, Bart never escaped from Sideshow Bob when the Simpsons were on witness protection at Terror Lake and died brutally. A number of years later, in a parody of the series Mindhunter, Lisa has become the world's top criminal profiler. When the Springfield Police Department need help on a case from Lisa, the lead investigator is an old friend.
Officer Muntz.
Told you I'd smell you later. We could use your help on a case. Killer left a message, and we think it's for you.
While working on the case, Lisa discovers that she was the murderer as she has a case of split personality disorder and she's eventually arrested.
Freeze!
What? I can't be the killer. I turned my trauma into healing. Oprah said so.
Being arrested was all part of Lisa's alternate personalities plan, so she would be placed in a maximum security prison and could therefore take revenge on Sideshow Bob for the murder of her brother.
Well, I knew if I killed enough people in the most gruesome possible ways, they'd send me to your prison. But to get into your cell, I had a little help.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for choosing Project Toons and please like and subscribe for more content. We're so close to 500 subs, so all subscriptions are massively appreciated. Thanks for watching.